You guys are watching NFL Daily. I am Tom Downey, and we're about to break down some free agents, the top 25 for the 2023 class. We will have you covered all off-season long. Whether it's news, rumors, draft, or free agency, this is your one-stop shop. Hit that sub button for free right now. Right around this time of the year, we love to break down the top 2023 NFL free agents. Thank God we waited a few days because Roquan Smith off the list, signing a big-time deal with the Baltimore Ravens. We're going to go 25-1. At 25, yeah, let's have some fun. Odell Beckham, who has been the number one free agent on these lists for 2022 for months now. Odell was not healthy. I don't think he tried hard enough to get into shape and said he didn't want to play in the regular season. I think Odell's internal stock is much higher than his external stock with teams, but it's also a bad receiver class in free agency, and that will boost Odell Beckham. But despite his desire to be the gem of the 2023 free agency class, he's not. I think I'm being generous with him at number 25. So do you want your team to sign Odell Beckham? Y'all know what's coming. OBJ for yes, no BJ for no. When we did this video kind of in the midpoint of the year, Dalton Schultz was higher. He's fallen down the list, and I almost put Evan Ingram in over him. Schultz and Dak have great chemistry, but he is kind of a limited after-catch player. But he's a starting caliber tight end, and I think he's in the Austin Hooper range when Hooper left the Falcons. Marcus Davenport. There were lists earlier in August, September, October that had Davenport as a top 10 player. His numbers plummeted this year. A half sack. He was not productive this season for the Saints, which is a fairly big concern for Davenport entering free agency. Former first-round pick, though, he will have interest. Number 22, Jamel Dean, the Bucs corner. NFL teams are always desperate to add cornerback help. I think there'll be a big market for Dean. Jakobi Meyers, the Patriots wide receiver. I told you guys it was a bad receiver market, and Meyers is a good slot. But if you're looking for a wide receiver one, I'll be honest, I really don't think you're finding one in NFL free agency. Offensive tackle, Mike McGlinchey. I know there are some Niners fans who just don't like him, and I understand that. But he's a starter in the NFL. And, I mean, he could hit the open market. We're talking a Nate Soldier relative to where we are now type of contract because you just don't get a chance to sign many starting caliber offensive linemen. A two-part ask for you on today's pinned comment, so make sure you do it and pay attention. I want you to shout out your favorite team and name a player you want them to sign. All in the same comment. Favorite team, do like Cowboys, insert defensive tackle or cornerback, right? Head down there, pinned comment, favorite team, who you want them to sign. If the ad break comes on YouTube, it's fine. It buys you time. Go do it right now at the pinned comment. Dre'Mont Jones, one of my preferred under-the-radar free agents here at number 19. This is my candidate for, he got how much contract this offseason? Number 18, Daniel Jones. I don't know what to make of him. He was better this year. The Giants sporting cast was actually not that great. Coaching staff did a fantastic job. And given how many teams want a quarterback, I'm really curious what happens with Daniel Jones. Number 17 is Lavonte David. He is aging, don't get me wrong, but hot take, I still think he's a better player than Devin White. I think Devin White's really freaking good at football. So I like David a lot. He is older. That's going to drive down his contract. But if you want a still very good starting inside linebacker, I would certainly keep an eye there on Lavonte David from that standpoint. Today's NFL Daily is sponsored by Fume. We all have bad habits, and we certainly know how hard it can be to kick those bad habits. Our sponsor, Fume, is on a mission to accelerate humanity's breakup from the bad habits that consume far too many of us. Fume is a natural diffusive device that uses plants and behavioral science to help you trade out your negative habit for a positive one. I will be honest, I didn't expect that much out of Fume when I got it, but the minty sensation is powerful and hits the back of the throat in all the correct ways. The Journey Pack comes with 3 unique flavors for you to enjoy. white cranberry, my preferred option, by the way, maple pepper, or crisp mint. Fume is not a vape. It's a non-electronic device designed to transform your negative habits. The easiest way to stop a bad habit is to make the switch to a positive one, and Fume is designed perfectly to do just that. Head to tryfume.com/chatsports and use code chatsports to save 10% off when you get the Journey Pack today. That's tryfum.com/chatsports and use code chatsports, all one word, to save an additional 10% off your order today. Links in the comments section and the description of today's show. Number 16, Jordan Poyer, the borderline all-pro safety for the Buffalo Bills. I've been very impressed with what Poyer has done across his NFL career. Poyer's good, and he is a little bit older, but in a interesting safety market, I'm excited to see where he goes. Also excited to see where Chauncey Gardner-Johnson goes. There are several Eagles on this list. They made the deal with him with the Saints, and I thought he was awesome for Philadelphia. Big-time playmaker now that he's healthy again, too. I'm curious what he gets. There's always been a weird, from the NFL, over like the draft stat, where he went, what he was traded for. There's always been less value on him, which I've never really agreed with from that standpoint. But I think he's an awesome football player, so I'm excited to see where he goes. Yannick Ngakoue, number 14, the Colts defensive end. Numbers kind of dipped, but he just always keeps giving you 8 sacks at minimum. And that level of consistent production is going to get you a bag in free agency. Another under-the-radar name here, David Long. The Titans linebacker could very well be an all-pro player. He was that good this year. He will be getting all-pro votes, by the way, at least from some people that I know in the media. David Long, under-the-radar name. Keep an eye on him. Tennessee will try to retain him. Number 12, Josh Jacobs, the Raiders running back. And he was awesome this year. He kind of helped carry that offense throughout the season. I do wonder how much interest there will be in Jacobs and in Tony Pollard, number 11 on this list, two backs that I love in a very strong running back class. Now, Jacobs had maybe almost too much of a workload, and Tony Pollard's numbers have dipped down the stretch. Both of these backs are going to look for somewhere between $8 and $12 million. If you could only sign one of them, who would it be? JJ for Josh Jacobs, TP for Tony Pollard. Jacobs rehabbed his stock in a big way. Pollard, his best year ever. Who is it? Let me know in the comment section. Number 10, Jimmy Garoppolo. Well, let's just do number 9 too. Geno Smith. Not where I thought they'd be. Jimmy G will be a free agent. He can still start. I think the Jets would be like, yes, give us Garoppolo. We can have success. They'd have been a playoff team with Jimmy G this year. Geno Smith set records for Seattle in passing as he replaces Russell Wilson immediately. It's just kind of funny to me. I don't know what their markets are, but they play the most important position, and that matters a lot in this list. So pick a quarterback. You have to sign one for at least 1 year to be your short-term franchise guy. Who is it? JG for Jimmy Garoppolo, GS for Geno Smith, or DJ for DJ Jones? James Bradberry's had one of the more interesting up and down careers in his he's had great years. He gets cut. Great year. He gets cut. It's really weird how he's been so up and down from that standpoint. He was awesome for Philly. I think he's going to be the top cornerback available this offseason. Defensive tackle Javon Hargrave. I said there are a lot of Eagles, right? It's a good thing for Philadelphia. That's why they've been so good, right? Hargrave is in his second chance at free agency. Worth every penny for Philadelphia. Be worth it again this time around. Number 6, young defensive tackle Daron Payne. If you can stop the run and still get pressure, I like that a lot. And that's why I think there will be a big, big market for Payne, a pretty quality defensive tackle class in free agency this year. Number 5, Jessie Bates. The Bengals safety, it seems, is finally going to hit the open market after the Bengals frankly did not give him a very realistic contract offer. Now, he's been up and down. I think you'll see Bates get some big money this offseason. Number 4, I don't know where to put Tom Brady. I'll be honest. He's got maybe a year or two, maybe 3, maybe the robot arm comes in and he's still playing for another 10 years. Brady's in a very weird spot as far as I'm concerned. But Brady, he's still Brady. Everyone is going to be like, where's he going to go? He's the number 2 quarterback for me on this list, and that just kind of feels right to me in the end. There also is a chance he doesn't play at all. So will Brady play in 2023? Y for yes and for no in the comment section. I know he's not prime Tom Brady anymore, but he is still the GOAT. So let me know in the comment section. Number 3, Orlando Brown. He hasn't actually been elite this year, but he wants big money. Chiefs could still franchise tag him if they want to. I don't think Brown's going to settle for less than top-end tackle money, which makes things interesting from that standpoint. But, hey, starting left tackles, as we saw with Ron Armstead last year, aren't often available. When they are, they get the bag. Number 2, I'm going to put Saquon Barkley on here. Why not? He's fun. And Barkley looked like good Saquon, not injured, hurt Saquon. He's number 2 on this list because he's a fun, sexy name. And if the Giants use the franchise tag on Daniel Jones, there is a chance Saquon hits the open market. So tough decisions coming here for New York. Number 1, Lamar Jackson, the quarterback. Now, I would assume because the Ravens got the deal done with Roquan Smith, they'll franchise tag Lamar. I don't think he hits the open market because when was the last time a still in their prime quarterback with an MVP hit the open market? I think Lamar Jackson, if he actually got to free agency, would set an unbelievable record for contracts. Deshaun Watson got a lot from the Browns in like a, we paid you so you would come to Cleveland, not Atlanta. Convinced that's what happened, by the way. Lamar would get more. I mean, if you're a team like the Jets, the Commanders, the Colts, any team with just massive uncertainty at quarterback, you'd be like, let me get Lamar on this team. I'm gonna pay him whatever I want because I'm gonna be a playoff team. I'm gonna save my job as a coach and GM. So I doubt he gets there. If he does, man, he'd make so much money.